I don't see that last pick from the Fnatic side. Oh, it is the Braum. Well, you remember how I said that I like Fnatic's team comp Fnatic to rest control of this bot lane and stop this dragon, but Razork
going forward, knowing the flashes are gone, exhaust used, reset coming out from the clone. Lupi hooking right in, was hoping maybe to find a wall instead. A quick path to the grave as he goes down. First blood for Razork.
And as a jungler, that must suck, you know?
I feel like a more valuable tool to have for the side of SK.
Yeah, when you find yourself in this sort of map state where there's 8 minutes, Drake is up, grabs are up, I always feel like the grabs are the more important one, because what tends to happen is that SK right now, when I think about it, at any moment they find this sort of prio on the bot lane, or now as Orianna you can cube this prio forever, walking in and finding engage using the prio. And now Lupi is forced to move here to relieve the pressure here that Razork is exerting over.
Skeens does get the camp, already used the Aegis Assault. Razork cloning out over the wall. Flash forward from Lupi. Razork, quick leap to the minion, definitely not getting what they want, but now Mickey's waiting behind them. Oh no, Lupi. Caught out once again. No way out of that one. They're going to donate the kill to Upset.
Oh, of course, it's always Upset. But
for anyone who doesn't know,
for such a combat-oriented spell, or like ultimate, this is actually shaping up to be fine for SK, but engaging
level
too quickly.
11 for Poby. Razork now spinning in. Abadagi looking to find the flank. His Skeens has already been exhausted. Upset still off on the side, even if he doesn't have the ultimate, could do some decent damage. Skeen locked up. They don't really have the follow through. Aegis Assault now used. Upset just sprinting forward, and down he goes. Another kill to the side of Fnatic. SK. It seemed like a decent start when they got the ulti, but Abadage's flank is very quickly turning against him. Mickey there to keep the CC. Upset fully stacked on the lethal tempo. A heal from Lupi. Elastis, whatever. And in the top lane, it's a solo bolo. Oscarinen is done as he gets taken out by Dundun.
Well, they really needed something well to happen for SK, because, man, that engage was just a little bit too early. You could see that they thought that all of a sudden we got the mid prio. Everything's going to be okay, but at the same time, if you're a bot, you can be 1v5.
3 people committed bot side, so you're right. Herald just goes down.
Yeah, well.
Now they're TPing away. SK trying to get the cross-map play here. Dundun going all in. Oscarina needs to get the hell out. And there's Abadage waiting for him. Hand delivered. Mickey can block one side. They decide not to push for another kill here. I think afraid to lose too much on the top side with the Herald, but they want to go for a bit more. Top lane tier 1 should fall. Mickey getting lower. Has the flash. But shouldn't be any way to outplay this one.
Yeah,
Herald
he's realistically a goner here.
mounted up.
Yes.
Does he find a way out? Flash over the root. I mean, he's buying time. He's getting their attention away from the tower. Mickey does go down in the end, but Fnatic are going to get 2 towers and a Herald.
Honestly, it looks awful, but at the same time, it's the best thing you can that you really need to match, or at least slow the game down by not letting them get it for free.
Yeah. And in the end, it wasn't free. They got 2 quick kills. Bot lane tower still standing. Oscarina once again going toe-to-toe with Dundun here on the top side, but it's not going to be a 1v1 as Skeens is on the way. He's running out as fast as he can, ulting to try and clear the wave, knowing he's going down, and SK clearly have a plan of attack, and it's all eyes on Oscar.
Well, it's not really the sort of dead dodge, because I do feel like yesterday we've seen this often from Oscar. When it comes to mid-game, this sort of dead time between objectives, when it comes to the map becoming stale, mid-game you're pretty much going to get one in a position where he's going to block everything. Orianna Ball can go into that rush, and for me this is just a dead objective already for Fnatic. His K is just so late.
Mickey ready to body block 4K. It is getting lower. Kadui off to the side. Dundun potentially ready to go in, but the objective already gone. Otacon going to Fnatic. Another huge swing in their favor. Abadage pulled out. Skeens coming in the back, but Abadage is already dead. It's an absolute catastrophe. Oscarinen overheated for now, but he's about to drop the equalizer right on cue. Follow-up coming in, multi-man ulti, and that's the wombo we were looking for. Braum not the engaged support we expected, but apparently the one that Fnatic needed. Exhaust on Upset, but he's already started doing damage, and it's Dundun in the middle of the team, but he's not doing anything.
And everything is just falling apart right there, because Dundun is TPing so late, and at the same time you can see the desperation on SK. They're really trying to find an engage, but when you don't have people in position and you're relying on Pantheon to just walk in, even if you ult in with Nautilus and you find engage, you just don't have enough. You're getting leads and you're putting the Braum in front. How are you going to walk past them? 1 or 2k gold lead at 10 minutes was enough to just make the snowball happen.
Yeah. And to miss your point though, Poby did throw out a random shockwave. Did not connect.
Just
continuing to walk up, but they're so far ahead, it just doesn't seem like there's anything to be done. Dundun cannot get in the fight. The equalizer goes down. Kadui able to ult out to safety, but they don't even need Baron.
Yeah.
They're just too far ahead. That's 3 dead. Poby going in. Flash forward for Mickey. Doesn't quite get the angle. Another double kill to come through. This is a slaughter.
Abedage was just TPing there for a fight super late, and now if they just tank this minion wave, it's game over. Abedage got the next wave, but honestly, this just looks like a 23-minute win for Fnatic. There's no way Rise can just clear this wave, and honestly, a little bit disjointed from SK, but it's been a tale of desperation for the last 5 minutes when it comes to the objectives. Well, Razor.
Bit of desperation. Razor gives them 1 kill back. Realm Morph into upset. And
hey,
the Rumble.
That looked cool, you know?
All right, that was a rough one. I think it's safe to say Fnatic confident in control.
I think it's still Jay's favor, but I am excited because what's happening is that Fnatic, you know, they took the hands dip from game 1, they opted out. But SK is happy to just neutralize because passively, they're the ones winning.
Good position to be in. Razor trying to shake things up. Will return to top side. Then starts to go all in here on the level 6. Q3 ready to go, trying to find Oscar. Backstep, but sees Razork is on the way forward. Gets the Q in. Razork dashing in. Q3 there. Oscar in a good sidestep to keep running. Deal damage from Dun, but doesn't have to reset on the W. First blood coming through as I trip over my words. Oscar in won't fumble, and that's an easy kill from Fnatic.
You know what's crazy? When you look at Cassandra and he's getting ganked, you never know how it's going to go.
You do never know how it's going to go. That's a good call. The good news for SK is, while they did lose their top laner, they got the Drake, and they're keeping pressure up on the bot side. So I like the Fnatic got a cross-map play, but SK still ahead in objectives.
I mean, honestly,
game control, though. Poby's quick to clear his wave.
But now we're going to see literally a repeat of game 1, where there was a big fight around this area.
This time it seems like they found Razork. Skeen's now following up. Razork forced to flash out. Mickey waiting off the side. So SK should have control, but the downside is...
the pinch.
Fnatic coming in. Poby ready to follow up with an ulti. Immediately going to lock up Abedage, not allowing him to ult out to safety. They try to get a bit more space, but their mid laner's already gone. Oscar on the way first. Dun on the top side still. Hasn't popped the teleport. Not going to come down. 2 quick kills for Fnatic. It was SK with advantage in positioning, but Fnatic don't have... Yeah.
It's like hard that humor, you know? Like, when the game is going bad, you need to kind of, you know, make a comment, reset, go into the next play, because that's the only thing you can do. We saw it yesterday when they were laughing. It worked. It
did work. And now they're going to try to find Razork again, rinsing and repeating. Oh. Mickey said not today with the Bard ult. Is he going to be able to find the stun? Razork now going out, using Abedage as a highway to escape. Oh, God, it's a catastrophe! Somebody kill that tree! It's not going to happen.
They're all getting out, honestly. I feel like they got away with murder. Oh,
Skeeves back in. Oscar doesn't have any mana. Knockup coming in for Loopy. Dun immediately follows. W forward. Ulti onto Oscar. SK are determined, but he missed the initial cooldown. It's still going to work. Poby off on the side, trying to push for a bit more. Abedage on the way out. So a lot committed.
They should hold this forever because now they just need to drag this wave, push it in. But they're actually going to give up this play because they're just losing so much to the cross map. Yoni's getting tier 1 bot and Maokai is already from this fight. Razor just went to enemy bot side and started farming their camps again.
Now they're going to go in. They caught upset. Extra damage going in. Coling, this should just be a quick double. Mickey going to try to find his way out. Well played by Loopy and Kadui to punish. A bit too much confidence there from the Fnatic bot lane.
Yeah, it's one of those situations when you feel like, is the play over? Is the play over? Because Fnatic's looping. Fnatic looping around here. Finally, 5 people here, and it's just so hard for SK to walk in here. Even if they walk in, they're gonna force the TP, and they do feel like they need to fight here, but it's so hard with all the.
Oh, ulti from Loopy. Immediately going to McHale's himself to try and get in the back line. Kadui's ulti really not connecting on anyone. Oscar now locked in the 1v1 with Dun. Razork flashing on safety. Poby goes into the entire team, but doesn't do a lot of damage. Now it's Kadui flashing in, sidestepping, looking to take down Oscar. Ulti from Mickey doesn't do a whole hell of a lot, and Dun looking to take over. Poby Q3 over the wall, and ultimately...
Yeah, that went all over the place. They have control over this Drake. Now they can choose to keep going mid because Abe will be looking to rotate here.
I was spotted. Mickey with the charge in. Can't imagine they get another. Overall, using that prio to be first to the next objective. 3rd Drake.
I do like this position mid from Upset because he's dragging 2 people here while the rest of Fnatic is just doing the dragon. TP's coming in again.
Poke from Abedage.
They might just reset this and give it and just take tier 1 top, honestly.
TP down from Dun, but yeah, you mentioned it. Poby already that pressure point. SK trying to force with a man advantage.
It does feel hard to fight this, to be honest. When Cassante's here and he's in front.
3 from Dun connects. Kadui walking up, Coling there too, and that's a big shutdown. Again, the plan was to just watch, but they get the Drake and now a kill to follow.
You know who needed that air horn?
Yeah, Razork needed the air horn.
I told you, it would have saved his life. It's not the end of the world. Sucks that he died. It does seem like Abe is winning in isolation against
What if
Jace.
Instead of matching it and slowing it down, you just went all in on trying to take it yourself? TP top.
It is good because Jace just got chunked earlier. So now if they manage to do this and finish it earlier before Jace gets his base, which he does.
Getting lower, Loopy off the side, but they spotted the Rakan on the side. He tries to self Mikhails, and he'll now sprint out to safety using his ultimate. The wall has come into the midst of the fight, but it's zoned. Kadooey out! 5K getting lower. The three of them locked up perfectly. Kobe ready for a montage. Goes in, finds two, immediate follow-up. It's a complete disaster! It's the worst possible outcome. Abadage running. Oh, God, it hurt your eyes.
It's a disaster for SK. Loopy, I don't really know why he's looking for the flank over there because the fight is just so away from him. He will have better chokes. And honestly, the setup was so well. You have Abadage there early. He's going to be ready to throw the wall. But that's the one extra step they needed.
And I think that I would love to, you know, tell you about... It's what we go back to before. It's starting to feel like the hand stiff, right? Just in the moment, Fnatic players are making better decisions. Yes, they've been caught out here and there, but, you know, on average, just making the better choices in the moment, and it's really paying off despite what we feel like as well because of the Audicon. The flowers also giving you a lot of hidden stats. Really does start to add up, and now the decisions were already better, and now
such a strong call because when you're ahead in items and you don't want to give enemy time to buy those items, just force a fight because if they take it, they will lose.
Yeah.
Just a
now Baron instantly picked up. Mickey is here to potentially ult the tower if they want to protect mid. They can just concede it, but Upset's there to cover.
Great play from Fnatic.
Yeah, 100%. And again, let's go back to the mid lane matchup, right? We talked about it. Poby, can he weather the storm? We were worried. You know, you lock it in early. It seems like it can be a difficult.
The mid lane is a bit open. Fnatic could be looking to pressure because right now this is probably the best fight that SK can get.
Loopy, nice initial knockup. Follow-up is there. Skeen standing tall. Kadooey
on the side.
A bit, but that's the route. That's the re-engage. Ulti coming through from Poby. Not going to find anybody. Locked up, pulled away, and knocked down. Fnatic's still going to be able to grab the tier 2, but
probably tier 3 as well. Back. Well, this is the best fight SK could be looking because they were just dropping this mid wave and looking to do this sort of dead brush strat against Fnatic. And it was the best you could do. And even if this one doesn't work, then yeah, that's just sad.
Yeah, I mean, they're fishing. This is the most you can hope for when you're at this kind of deficit, although Kadooey continues to step up with confidence. Nice Mikhails from Loopy in the previous fight, but unfortunately the calling angle just wasn't quite right to finish the kill.
Drake in 55. Probably is going to be a resume in the game because we saw team comps in competitive so often where you have like, you know, an Ornn, a Nautilus, a Rel, and you know that even if you're fast. And Mickey is here, put the wards down. He's already here with 4 wards up. Realistically, he can always lit up this jungle like a Christmas tree. And it's again, all they need to do is find out where Loopy is coming from. What is his avenue of attack? Because he's the most dangerous one. They found him. Didn't really do much for SK at least. Now I would like Fnatic to do is just walk with this wave and just keep pushing them out. Do not rush this Baron because you don't need to. It's just so much easier in open area where you have everything warded to just gobble up as much space as possible. And this, holding this choke from Mickey and Oscar, this is what I want to see more because it's so hard for SK to walk through here.
Or they could potentially flip it. They've now used the ulti from Razork. It's a wall going in. Baron is dead. They've managed to catch the bot lane. Mickey is going to try and fish for some call, but he doesn't quite have the Q angle. Baron down for Fnatic. SK now running.
And such good usage of tools from Fnatic. Well, now they can find engage because
they're getting chased. W3 on the Pathmaker will just go down, buys a bit of space for his team. Upset.
And that's the thing, you just need to threaten that you're going to fight them when they walk in. Because realistically, SK the whole time they're thinking this.
I mean, you know, people get a last meal before they're dead, right? Like, this is the last meal for SK, really.
An inhibitor.
Yeah, I mean, you need time to eat the meal, man. I don't know what you want from me. It's been a rough day for SK. Some good ideas in terms of composition, but the team play, the execution has not been there. And even if Fnatic have found some hiccups of their own, they've been able to outplay, outperform. Instantly, Skeens finds himself deleted. Abadage lockdown. Q to follow up probably will do a good bit of work. Razork finding it as well. Knockback is there. Poby in the midst of the entire team. Exhaust means he won't be able to finish the kill. Dun now. Mikhails down. And Fnatic a slow but inevitable victory march down the bottom side of the map as another 2 kills will go in their favor. Clean, quick, almost effortless. 2-0 for Fnatic.
Honestly, for GX, they've got range themselves. What a front to back. Simple. As a Vitality have to round this out with disengage.
Yeah, also the Corki was something that was banned away pretty consistently against no one. Is get to the experience ring to make sure that he's able to pick it up and try and hit 6 as soon as possible. Because you can see he is quite substantially behind.
The Might Spawn, you're not getting the feet to add towards the lift. There's Shayak. Oh, he tries a satchel charge. Has to flash, puts the minefield down, but Fletchy turns it into a bait. One more auto! It's not going to count. Jackies gets first blood, and Fletchy picks up the pieces.
Good attempt by
Jackie's
Jack.
came in and swept through with a swoop and boop, as you call it. Double TP, but Isma's here first. Onto Triac again. Permfrost going to connect Triac. Oh, disrespect part 2. And Jackie's with 2 kills on an Azir is cheering.
That one's gonna sting. The fact that
And with the auto attacks going down, Jackie's is contributing enough where this Dragon's going to be done before Linsis gets in. Level 8, the Maokai now spotting it out, but Smite's going to come in. Isma's going to take it. In fact, he doesn't even smite it. He just autos it down right in the face of Treebeard to the right, and double Dragon for Giant X early game. Very much locked in.
yeah, the mid gap too much on the push, and also then Karzi losing a ton of health. But Fleshy wants to go forward here.
Good Shattering Strike though. Karzi at half HP. This is a nature's grasp, but will it do anything? Culling in the way. Noah stands his ground. It's a good Glacial Fissure. John's ulti was weird and he died. On top of that as well, Noah no matter to contribute anything more, and Vitality get a kill for their trouble. Still consistent though on rather adamant in staying in place. And now we get a picture-in-picture. Bot laners, or top laners, I should say, are trading over as Jun goes for an engage. There's that TP in the tri-brush, and there's no response. So with a shuffle out, Fleshy is just dead. It's about who gets the kill at this point. Even Noah's part of it. But another one over to Jackie's. 3 for the Azir. And Vitality are getting roughed around the edges.
Yeah, Locke going to be able to actually keep Shayak away from this top wave as well. So while this was all going on in the invade, there was a push in mid where Noah got some mid plates and actually got a good chunk of gold for himself. You end up getting this push on top side, which gets some much needed gold for Jackie's as well, although Ziggs exists. So maybe not as much as you're hoping for, but mid lane,
Valkyrie forward, auto for auto. Karzi flashes and the piercing light almost does it. Noah gets out, good response time as both are left with cleanse only.
If that big one had hit, that flash auto from Noah would have been the death of Karzi.
True.
But just the minions barely getting in the way so Karzi doesn't take the splash damage. Means that Karzi's there looking at Jackie's and he's huge.
And Nako's going to get something back though. 3 minions in the way, but not enough auto damage as he might have to end up proxying this way. But look at where Triac is. Satchel charge. Now the turret's gone. Lot isolated. Ulti's back in as Nako. What? That interaction! There's 3 versus 1 though, so Lot should still be dying as Nako eventually has to walk back in.
Who ends up winning, an unstoppable force or an unstoppable force? Dead the unstoppable force wins. As Cassandra ends up sending himself over the wall. That got dicey, but this is even more dicey.
Again, Jackie's just keeps finding the shoves in. Fleshy's caught out. His debut has been rough on this from the last 2 plays in isolation. There's Vitality, they're going to do what they can do best. With 2 grubs, get yet another turret, but for Giant X with the kill, that gold's going to be back to maybe even more summers. Karzi's left to isolate and hold down mid by himself.
Yeah, mid tower going to fall, and they should be able to get another charge off of this here. Resets position on this bottom side, so Vitality getting corralled a little bit here.
But they need to land some poke themselves. It's Triac versus this Corki and Azir as Karzi walks into Isma. It's a free engage. Finding a road has never been so easy for Jackie's. Eventually has to flash, but he's ready to re-engage himself. Nako, the tank, discoordinated with the rest of his team as the poke continues to land from Noah. And Vitality, that's not even a team fight. That's just different places at different times.
I mean, good positioning from Giant X. They came in at multiple different angles, making it difficult for Vitality to really set up a choke point or one area where they could focus all of that AoE and crowd control. We'll get to see it in the replay, but a fumble from Vitality and Giant X, they pounce onto Karzi and finish him off.
The Dragon going to be the back of that as well. For Giant X, it might sound like it's one-sided despite that gold still being close.
And I agree, which is insane to me when my biggest criticism in the past has been they don't really know how
to get his own red buff away. He will succeed in that, but Isma doesn't take too much damage, and Triac does not have his 2nd item here. And for this Ziggs, needs to work towards that Rabadon, that 3rd item. You know, before this poke starts becoming exceptional. Tanks are already tanking up. That's Isma there, who can stand here, free of charge, with Jun by the side with the crunch down. The explosive bomb not even needed. Can't get anything back. It's Noah, who has bigger bangs for his buck right now on the Corki.
And now it's Atakan that's just spawned on this top side as well. So Giant X perfectly positioned to pick that one up. It was weird for Vitality to try and contest that vision as much as they did, because Nako was free pushing on that bottom side. Ended up getting the tier 2 there, and it's gone. But now they want to try and contest for Atakan.
But meanwhile, Jackie's sent out the Emperor's Divide. Karzi caught again, but the slide makes it a nice glide. There's another one. Jackie's has just opened up with no AD carry left for Vitality. This fight becomes harder. Fletchy's teleported in, but Vitality are working their way towards their doom. The ulti out from Nucko's nice, but they still can't kill Isma. As Jackie works away from the side, his auto attacks, his lethal tempo with 2 items. This Azir is already monstrous. This Chayak, his value just ain't there. Lot takes a little bit of poke. The Mega Inferno Bomb. You want more, even with the satchel charge. Vitality can't find a kill. It's only Isma who eventually goes down. They stop the Atakan, but it looks so tough for Vitality to play.
Yeah, it is incredibly hard to enable a Ziggs to just poke and be safe. Like positions like this, these chokes could be good, but we'll see.
Prison, Lince sends out the Nature's Grasp, and it does something to disengage, but now it's a fight for the Gromp. Kazi at half HP as well. Note the HP bar is going to be healed up as Fleshy moves to Smite.
Loss on the side. Chayak now in a position that he can actually follow up, but with the Maokai ultimate gone, this is way less threatening.
But the wall's down. Fleshy doesn't have the Unbreakable for a little bit, and there's a big one in the hole. Trying to poke out is Noah. The big one does miss, so Vitality again trying to play with time here. But I don't think time's on their side because Dragon's still being started. This is the Soul. Lot's also got an angle. Culling comes out, but John finds a 4-man with a public execution in the mix. And Lot is trying to get what he can before he dies. Auto out, but he survives, flashing over the wall. Vitality 4 blinking health bars. And yes, Giant X the same. But they've got Isma. They've got enough health to start up Dragon again.
They have no TPs to come back, so they have to try and force it now. They're trying to get into the pit.
And the big one hit Nucko with the flash. It's nice and gets rid of the Emperor's Divide. He survived. Clutch play as Jun trades it off, but now Lot at full HP runs into 3. He's stunned up. The help of Rom looks nice. Vitality on the edge playing well, but still Noah survives. And remember, Soul went down as close as Vitality get. It just doesn't seem to be enough.
Vitality were just trying to 2k HP and then lost, TPing back in, forces the rest of Vitality away.
I was just watching Jun in that fight as we come back to live and Chayak is caught out again. Isma's just everywhere. This must be so frustrating. Isma's going to take the kill. It was almost a solo kill, but Isma again will still clean it out regardlessly. Chayak 40 seconds down. Dagda, Baron's up in 30. Atakan is in top side of the map, and Giant X.
John, even Jackie's a potential swoop and boop, so Giant X controlling this space. Atakan should be theirs, and with zero vision as to where the rest of Giant X is, Vitality can't commit to either side of the play.
And with an almost 3-item Azir, you know that it's easy to chain this right into a Baron. Not much damage taken because Isma's tanking up Atakan, so that'll fall. Giant X now getting frisky in the top side of the jungle. See what else they can find. Jun with the engage. It's great. Again, the Magnastorm holding Vitality in place, but no follow-up damage from Vitality. Flesh is trying to disengage. The Glacial Fisher down. Bramble Smash as well. Lot just rolls in and helps get the kill over to Jackie's. Giant X 5 strong yet again, and Kazi is once again low.
A Baron is now unavailable. It seems to be a constant play from Giant X. Get the pick, go for the objective, and Vitality have to keep running though.
Gonna look for Nucko, the target in the way. Teleport right into the middle of the wave. Isma cutting off the escape path. Nucko is getting shredded as well. Noah sends out the Gatling gun, and that is it. Onto Linces, a new target, a fresh kill. Giant X now playing with their food. 5k up in the lead, and Baron is next to fall.
It's so difficult as Vitality to try and face check these points and get away. You have a right in the backline consistently, opening up this giant divide between the front and back line of Vitality. And now Fleshy, you've got Smite, but I don't think you have a hope in hell of getting into this one.
It's been a rough game for him. 1-6-4, and he's station that lead and that skill you find in early game. With a comp like this, it seems foolproof. Now GX, the onslaught begins because Baron is going to do a lot of the work for them. Noah stepping up to get this inner turret through mid. And this Ziggs, only 2 items, the wave clear. Probably in comparison to the minion level, isn't going to matter as much as you think it would.
Giant X into play.
True.
You're getting all the outer towers down. You're about to reset. You're going to have a ton of gold to spend now as well. And then it's just a case of start siege on towards the turrets. I mean, Jackie's coming back out on the field. It's just going to be too much to handle.
And it all comes off the back of Isma in this game. The pressure on mid has been fantastic, but that 1-for-1 earlier on, Jackie's getting the kill. It snowballed effect from there. As you can see now, there's Rod of Ages at least. Excuse me, needlessly large Rod rather. Not important to talk about because Nucko is just getting bullied. A bicep mid laner as Noah steps up into 5, and look at them. Vitality are playing Spectator League of Legends because even the Corki can just run in and say hello.
Yeah, it's so over. It's just for some of these top spots.
And it's not game 1 Andy, guys, all right? Don't start saying
it's
that.
Day 3, Andy.
It's day 3. And against KC, they put up a showing. People were excited for Giant X, but not in the way that they're excited for KT, because Giant X can finish the game. Lot ultis into Chayak, and you can see again the damage is a problem. Lot's taking a while to die. Gets the Drake out step, and Jackies sends them all to hell. Giant X, the road is paved for them, and while Nucko has had the best performance he could possibly have, Giant X have been a nuisance in the way, and this time around the early game will translate to the means of an end. Vitality didn't get to play League of Legends. It was Giant X stomping them into the ground for game one.
Bad here, I think.
Spell Shooter is a good call out, especially with all this long range engage. Jhin, Bard, Ornn, like there are abilities here. Sivir does get locked in. She's also, I just think, a well-designed champion. There was a conversation on Susan's stream the other day, but like a lot of us agree that this champion is like one of the well-built. It's like Jhin. I think Jin's a really well-built champion, you know? Well-rounded strengths and weaknesses. This Flesh is going to take a magical journey out. We pause and hold, and I think that discussion goes, wait, because Dragon has just been pinched. Giant X are walking in. A smite at 600 is all it takes, and goes down to 17, but regardless, secured by Giant X. Vitality started it, but GX just, I mean, look, over the years, Orianna has had like fluidity builds. Like we even went Rod of Ages at some point, which I always hated. You know, T's always kind of been there. Is TP going to be burnt? Let's find out. Killer's out. Fleshy just used his TP. Magical Journey, but it's going to be followed. Now, he's out for now, but the question is, will he stay out? There's a Cyclone there. And Fleshy, I don't know, that debut right now ain't looking too hot.
Yeah, that was a bit of a silly mistake. TPing onto a ward that was already contested by Giant X. And I mean, this is what we're kind of talking about, right? Level 6 hit by Giant X is such a crucial portion.
Yep.
And in the second they have it, they're, okay, let's link up, let's get
looking at Dragon. Instead, Lince is skirting around Fog of War. Jackie's into brush timing. Oh, he's ready to phase check the timing. It's not great. It's not great at all. He'll be subjugated and killed. Shayak picks up the kill, and nicely done from Linces to sneak in.
Really nice pathing from Linces. Using that Fog of War created by the brush to make sure that he just couldn't be spotted. And unfortunate for Jackie, he thought Jun was enough to keep him safe. But Vitality get the cross map for the Dragon play.
And even though they didn't get grubs, I mean, Linces on turret's going to do a lot of work. So for Vitality, this is getting some gold right where you need it. It's a Rod of Ages victor to our dismay. But a Rod of Ages victor now with a kill and a 600 gold lead. Dragon being taken, that'll make number 2 for Giant X. But apples and oranges really here in the early game.
Putting out a mid push here for Noah, which is why Giant X are feeling as secure as they are to just go for this invade on the top side. You got push there, Yuntal's completed.
Ooh.
You should be able to take these fights, but Karzi's abandoned mid lane. He wants to try and take this.
Jackies does not have a first item, so ambitious from Giant X. There's a Cyclone from Isma. Karzi's one called out. He flashes over. Noah with the Boomerang Blade almost completes the kill, but Karzi gets healed up. Good redemption. Tempered Fate flashed away from Call the Forge God. Another follow-up. Shockwave interrupts, and there's no train on the return home. Jun now running for his life, but he gets out with a battle dance while Isma at the edge of the curtain call. Meanwhile, Lot stayed away from it all.
But Nako losing that summoner.
But Dagger is kind of just edging out towards his next fight, isn't it? Magical Journey again, Tempered Fate on the turret. Jackie's alone, isolated with the Chaos Storm down. Nicely done. He is redeemed for the earlier play.
Yeah, Fleshy starting to make moves now on the map. Catching that binding was crucial there to success, but
TP
can they escape?
One gets out, one does not. It's Chayak. After Fleshy just had to back double Cyclone, and Lot's here. Not even to save the day, just to take the kill. It's one for him, right where they need it. Giant X on the right side of the map as well for the Herald to spawn. So with that trade comes the market to get some things with my wife. It was sunny. We were wearing hats, sunglasses. I leave like 10 minutes past. It was torrential rain. Like, bro, I think I'm in London or something. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's definitely not. What is Jun? Pillar does interrupt, but still, Dragon is available. TP now coming through from Chayak to try and set up, but moving through this choke will be difficult against everything that GX has.
And GX with the gold lead, showcasing up with almost 2 items on an 80 carry. Trinity Force on a Wukong, and Leandri's still sitting there with a Fiendish Codex. GX have a bit of power, but Noah caught out. Shield already popped down. Redemption not helping out, rather. As Vitality's on the hunt, popped. Okay, they want to go in, and Jun's going to flash for it as well with the quickness. Equalize down. It's a nice equalizer at that. But Call the Forge God, that bounce back huge. Jackie saves the play. It's a good shockwave as he runs away from the Tempered Fate, but now he's got nowhere to go. Flashes again defensively, but the pillar up in the air. He's sprinting it to get out. He wants a trade at the very least. Fletchy, though, won't give it to him with the command attack. He survives. Dragon now in Vitality's eyes. Closely played.
Giant X threw everything to get onto the flashless Carzzy in the back line, but they'd gone too far. They had no way to get back out. And Nako with the 3-man Ornn ultimate sets up beautifully.
And he's doing it again. Giant X are coming in to see if they can peek-a-boo their head in, but they won't. A searing charge catches Isma. Jun by the tip of his tail as well. There's the Cyclone, but Nako's still ready to fight. Again, Lince's looking to the right side of the fight, takes down Jun, and Isma's Cyclone helps him escape, but now Lince's has control. Now Vitality have their taste of blood in this game too.
They get the Dragon, they get the kills, they get Harry.
Yep.
It's all unlocked, but you saw he just lost so much of his health bar off of that great engage from Nako.
And again, it's crazy how, like, the tank is, we're looking at total damage dealt to champions. The tank who was behind and had to respond to every Vitality play just has one big moment, and you're like, well, actually, Lot's lead didn't really matter too much in that fight. And we come to an equilibrium. We come to Dragon stacking now stop. It's only a Chemtech Soul, and I'm sure, just a quick reminder, this is Fleshy's first LEC series. If you haven't heard of the bloke, just before we get there, a lot hinges on the back of this bar. The Tempered Fates have been good so far. And although he got caught out with the TP earlier, I think he has redeemed himself. It does feel like that long-range engage. He, alongside Nako, is how Vitality find a pick with the pillar as well. There's one of them, there's the other. Call the Forge God lands. Tempered Fate zones out, but puts no one back into the Cyclone. Maybe too far, maybe too deep, maybe too long. Lintus is going to drop, and meanwhile, look, Shaq's like, I'm coming in now, but it's way too late. Giant X on the fray of the fight. The equalizer down. Magical Journey saves the play. Jackie's on the chase, though. All he needs is a shockwave. Dissonance out. Chike zoned into the blue pit. He's already burned his flash, so he's dead man walking. Giant X with 5, and they outplay the overstep from Vitality.
And it's going to be Atakan for Giant X.
Atakan down, and as a bit of excess gold on that top lane as well. Bloodletter's Curse now picked up, and a fight brewing around Dragon. Third for GX it would be, and leads to the Chemtech Soul. Shockwave comes in, Linces gets caught out, and Jungler at half HP. Equalizer as well on the road out, and Jun finding a road in. Tempered Fate holds up 5, but Isma gets rid of Vitality in the meantime. The Chaos Storm once again not getting a reset as Fletchy goes one way, Vitality go another. Nako flushes for his life, but I think that's 4 for 2 with the Bellows Breath and the crispy toast that he's being turned into. Giant X reap the rewards.
Giant X decimate Vitality in the engagement. Even with Fleshy getting so many members locked up, it was only posed for the photo.
He has been the utility king here to follow up on how Isma's engaged to set them up.
Yeah, we get to catch.
Giant X taking this jungle for their own. Baron is up, and the reason Vitality want to get nearby is because their vision is only left to that one ward.
Nako.
But ignore wards because Nako again, there's just no MR enough to hold himself. Shaki's tears through him now too.
Giant X have been playing this exceptionally. The one way that you probably lose this is splitting up and giving Nako that opportunity for that big engage with Fleshy that they tried to play for. And GX just aren't letting them. They're just jumping onto them in the top side, staying as 5, but spreading out so there's never that big wombo combo threat. And now Baron, as 3 members of Giant X still contest here.
Linces wants to fight. Carzzy has the range, but while Baron's going to drop down, Giant X can also then just pivot to the fight. Because look, Chayek's down bot. He wants turret. They need objective bounty, and granted that, I think Vitality needs a lot of gold so that this Victor can move to his 3rd item and try and actually win a 5v5.
Yeah, they're going for the tier 1 as they lose the tier 2 in top.
Yeah.
You're kind of trading as effectively as you can, but unfortunately, I think at this stage, Giant X, it's not even like, and then they're punishing when they get to the objectives.
3k gold lead for top lane now. Bot at 3rd item, Infinity Edge versus 2 only for Carzzy. He hasn't had the most impactful series. Game 1 on the Lucian, couldn't play. Game 2, and being able to get the setup for range, but maybe a pick now could be good. Onto Lot, equalizes down so no one gets nearby, but how long will it take to kill him? Magical Journey, 4th shot, he flashes over, he's alive. Taken by Jun to bring some magic of his own into Kazi. Again, how hard it is to play as Heaven Face flashed away from an Isma. Gets on top of Kazi. Not playing League of Legends today. That's a big tick. Vitality must be hating GX here because this is just looking in the impossible basket once again.
Yeah, the TP back here from Lot, they want to end it here. Linces falls, towers are falling, and it looks like Vitality will go with them.
Vitality have got 3 left, and Chayak is going to try and clear this wave, but against Baron it seems so hard. Jun's going to TP in, and 5 members of Giant X are going to assault Vitality's base. 29 minutes and a bit in game 1, 28 and a bit in game 2. Giant X, we weren't kidding. Their week 1 has been impressive, and they are showing us that they're more than just Scrim Gods.